So I find out today that my mama was researching horoscopes, and I had a chuckle and a smile a little bit because normally my mama would say the horoscopes are the devil. The horoscopes are the devil. We don't listen to the horoscopes and all this stuff about the horoscopes being wrong and the devil. But my mom said that her new friend that she likes and has they have interest in each other. Um, my mom said that he had looked up the horoscope for my mom and him, and I guess they're both Tauruses. I guess they're both Tauruses for just some type of fun little joking thing because I guess they like each other. They wanted to see what their star signs were, but they were both Tauruses, and I just had a chuckle about that. I told my mom, don't count your blessings, mom, because Tauruses and me have not had a really good relationship when it comes to just trying to make things work and stuff. And my mom's the only one of the only Tauruses I really talk to. I mean, there's obviously her new friend who obviously depending on how things go, he might become more to her or might not become more to her. But my mom right now is the only Taurus I really talk to. I mean, I have a couple Tauruses in the family I don't really talk to. Um, and I don't really, which are brothers, and other, and I've had a couple other relationships with Tauruses, both romantic and just, and in love with like family and stuff that really did not go fully well. So I know Tauruses are one of the hard hitting signs for me that things just don't always go well. I mean, we can make it work if there's a lot of effort and we don't end up screwing each other over in the end. But I mean, Tauruses and Sagittariuses. I told my mom, you should really look up what Sagittariuses and Tauruses are compatible like because it might explain a lot more about my mom and me, about the push and pull we have, about seeing eye to eye and etc. But I got to chuckle because my mom always thought, horoscopes were the devil, horoscopes were this, horoscopes were that. And really, my mom just said today that her and her new friend that, she's kind of fond of are both Tauruses. And I smiled. I said, Mom, how do you know you're a Taurus? And why are you talking to me about Tauruses? She said, well, we looked it up. I said, oh, that's funny. But yeah, I'm a Sag. I'm a Sagittarius. My star sign. But really, at the end of the day, I'm a child in Christ. I'm a child and a son of God. I'm a child in Christ. I am a Christian. I am a child of God. Um, and I exist. I exist, and I'm here on this earth for a purpose and a reason. Um, But I thought that was funny about the horoscopes because horoscopes are not really supposed to be Christian. And I know my mom's, person that's interested in my mom, he at one point was raised Methodist, so he might not fully go with like fully strict Christian tradition. But I mean, it's funny to hear him kind of get my mom into kind of reading about her horoscope. Probably because he wanted to find out more. But. I'm all right. I'm supposed to go to the food bank tomorrow. I'm supposed to go to the food bank tomorrow and get food. I was told today that there was a thing of belonging in the park. It was like an outreach thing, and I guess my friend Greg went, and he didn't bother calling me saying, "Hey, there was actually free food. You could have came down and got free food." Because they had cheeseburgers and burgers and stuff, and hot dogs and stuff, and they had like free food and stuff. And my Greg didn't bother calling me to say anything about the free food and stuff because he just felt it was too hot, and I wouldn't walk down, which I thought was really kind of ignorant of him. You know, but I have a feeling he went to Dollar General. He didn't want to tell me he went to Dollar General until tomorrow, but he said he wasn't going to Dollar General until tomorrow. But I have a feeling he went to Dollar General and walked through and decided he wasn't gonna eat there, for whatever the reason. Um, but I know I missed out on something. I mean, I made a choice earlier on not to go because I was asked by a neighbor. Said, "Hey, would you like to go to this thing of belonging in the park?" And I said, "No." Because Prime Time might be there. Prime Time is a mental health clubhouse for people with serious mental illness, and I've kind of interacted with some people there. That's how I got some of my exes or just ex love interests, people that I've kind of met through them that also kind of contributed to some very toxic and just crazy things in my life that I needed to heal and grow from, and kind of not really partake in. So I've kind of left the clubhouse because of the toxicities that were going on there with the clients running around, the gossiping, the drama, and all the bullshit. So I haven't really looked back since. I've been gone for 8 years, and I don't think I'll be going back to the clubhouse anytime soon. Technically, a lot of older ladies go. You're not gonna find. I'm not gonna find love or romance in this situation because technically, a lot of older ladies go to prime time and stuff, and there's nobody that I would really see myself having any type of romantic interest in being at Primetime House because I always thought Primetime House was a waste. Some people find connection, some people find employment, some people find all these different things in recovery. But for me, recovery's never really been about group therapy type of shit and therapeutic type of shit. Where you gotta be in like a group home clubhouse setting. It's always been trying to be out in the community, trying to be a part of the community, trying to access yourself to be more more intertwined in the community, to be you know to be you know to be acclimated into the community, to have better mental health. But unfortunately, I made a decision a long time ago to let people in that I had mental health struggles. I struggled with my mental health, and unfortunately, somebody found a way to use that as a situation to kind of cause a stir, cause a situation for me where I was told the cops were called, and I couldn't go down. I shouldn't go down, near certain businesses and etc. Because of my mental health and et cetera, and get involved with certain people and et cetera because of the situation. So I never really went down to certain businesses or looked back since, although there was a couple businesses I tried to still support and stuff. But at this point, I don't know if I'm really going to continue supporting them. I mean, I might end up trying to, I mean, I might end up trying to, um, have to do what I have to do to try to just maintain, without certain things. Um, but I'm all right. I mean, I'm going to the food bank hopefully tomorrow. We have one elevator working again, thank God. Somebody said they stopped for a short period of time. Now they're working again. Hopefully, if I can get my food by tomorrow, I don't have to walk up, however many flights of stairs, and then I should be fine. I can just take the elevator up, and I'll have more food in the house. And I should be good. My mom mentioned something about Friday them coming up, but they're not sure. I mean, obviously, my mom's friend had appointments and things and helping out certain people and stuff, so they didn't really know their schedule. They did ask me about tomorrow, but I said no. I'm going to the food bank tomorrow. I'm meeting with my mental health worker, and I'm trying to take care of that. So I said no, don't come up tomorrow. Honestly, I told my mom really at one point to find all the other alternatives and stuff just to come through and stuff and not even bother coming up at all with the way things are going. And she thinks I'm joking, but I'm really not joking. The thing is, she wants to be stubborn and wants to come up here and see me and do all this shit. But I really just need her to just come through for me on some stuff that said she was going to come through for me on, because it's leaving me hanging and kind of in need of certain things, because I'm waiting for her to come through on certain things to bring up here, but instead maybe she can come up through a different way and then I can go get those things on my own. But regardless, it's just like I'm very frustrated because it's like I've had a very frustrating week. Today's going a little more smoothly. I don't know whether to put a movie on, go lay back down, because I've been laying down just trying to relax, put some music on. I'm in my underwear. I'm literally in my underwear right now. I'm in my underwear. I'm in my tank top. I'm a big guy. So you can see my six pack. Yeah, right. My six pack, my muscles. But anyways, I'm just chilling at this point. There really isn't much to say. I mean, I just find it funny that my mom was talking about the horoscopes. My mom and I really, don't really like always connect in that level of like, of connection, talking about the horoscopes and stuff. Normally she thinks tarot cards and horoscopes and stuff are really kind of the devil and kind of, devil worship and stuff like that, and are kind of very, against God's will, which I guess there's different opinions on that and, of reasons why and different things in different texts that say this and that, but what is for sure and what is for certain is really a different thing. But um, I'm hanging in there. I'm all right at this point. The night's just about progressed over, and I'm just gonna chill at this point. So